Welcome to Shiksha Talkies. Our guest today is Professor Maheshwara Chaitanya, a graduate in Commerce and a Master's in Computer Applications. He is the chairman for BTech admissions at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapith. Professor Chaitanya has a teaching experience of over 15 years in computer science, with 10 years of service in uplifting the programming community in India. He received the Asia Distinguished Leadership Award in 2018 for his services to society. He was instrumental in bringing up Amrita University at the top of all over the globe with a huge participation of students from India. He has been a guide to over 6,000 students in choosing their career. Thank you very much for joining us today, Professor Maheshwara Chaitanya.
Okay, basically, yes, Amrita is doing it for the first time, but online or remote proctored examination has been happening since March, I believe, because March is this time when lockdown started, and almost PG programs or PG entrance examinations are completely going online and remote proctored. For example, our own semester examinations has been proctored remotely and it is fully online. If you look around, all the schools have gone online. All the school classes are going online. So, which means that we also have to change. So, remote proctored examination will test your skills in 90 minutes time. So, our examination is 90 minutes. And to make sure that the evaluation or ranking is fair, we have integrated the physics, chemistry, mathematics marks scored by the candidates in their plus two. And if there are enough number of candidates from different state boards and CBSE, we'll make sure that those scores are equated and normalized. So it is just a laptop with minimum 1 GB RAM and pretty good internet connectivity with webcam as well as good mic. That is the basic requirement. Any Windows operating system will work. Probably Windows 7 or above will work. And most of the Linux systems are also fine, but at the same time, we are highly recommending to have Windows 7 operating system. And I'm sure that most of the students currently have a laptop, and the laptops are running with Windows 10 or at least Windows 8. So it is very clear that there will be two rank lists. One is for those who are writing the entrance examination and other one is for the JEE. So both are ranked separately. So which means that we will have two different quota with regard to the seat allocation. So 70% of the seats are allotted for the AEEE candidates, 30% of the seats are allotted for the JEE candidates. So there is no kind of a conflict between these two. And let us say if one candidate has got both the score, so he is given the highest preference whatever he has in the list. For example, his objective is to join Amrita School of Engineering, Coimbatore. And his second option is Amrita School of Engineering, Chennai. So in case if he is getting with JEE score, if he is able to get the second preference, our counseling software will check whether he is able to get the first preference with the AEEE score. Okay. And if he is able to get the first preference, that will be taken. So that is totally in favor of the students. And apart from all these, we have SAT score also. We are accepting SAT score also. So if a candidate has got all the three scores, his highest preference is given the value. We had implemented the online seat allocation last year itself, and we were able to do it successfully. There were a lot of challenges involved because people were unable to do the online payment because of the first time. They were not aware about the debit card transaction limit, etc. But at this point of time, I am 100% sure that because of the COVID pandemic, most of the people have gone online. And they are even ordering the essential items over online. So this year it may be pretty easier for the people, and it is a fully transparent system where they can see where their position is. They can opt for the sliding and in the second round or third round of till the second or third round of the option, there is a higher chance of getting their first or the highest preference. Entire counseling process will take at least a month time. So it starts with the registration for the counseling. For the registration of the counseling, they have to pay 5,000 rupees and register with their options. A candidate can submit a maximum of 29 options, and by mid of September, we will be able to start the counseling by publishing the first allotment list. All the candidates are given 1 week, around 4 to 5 days time to make sure that they are able to pay the initial payment. The initial payment itself, they can do parts in parts. So for example, today they are paying 50,000, tomorrow they are paying 50,000, like that. So it is up to the candidate to exercise those options, which means that a candidate will be given maximum possible opportunities to make sure that he is able to get admission to Amrita. So once the first payment is done, they are given at least 1 to 2 weeks time to wait and see if they are able to get the highest preference of their choice. And once the highest preference is given, they can confirm and move to the next payment. So everything is online. Yeah, in fact, in the counseling allotment process itself, they'll be able to get the information whatever they need. First thing. Second thing is document verification will be done fully online, because see, we have a lot of other programs like data science, physics and chemistry, mathematics, agriculture. For all these programs, we did the document verification online, and we schedule the candidates in such a way that there is no conflict. We will have faculty members in forming the team, and that faculty team will see the candidate online, and they will do the document verification. So one reason is that anyway the classes are going to be online only. There is no doubt about that. So once the classes are online, they need the technically they need the laptop and other requirements. So we are from the beginning itself, we are starting the same process. In that line only we are thinking. See, basically, currently we are not thinking of opening the campus, and the campus will be opened only as per the rules and regulations stated by the state and the central government. Second is that online, we have been able to conduct online classes successfully, though there were a lot of challenges involved in the initial stage. But now it looks like all the students are very much embraced or acquainted with the online classroom session, and we are expecting to start the classes for the first year students maybe by the 15th of October.
Any such
Basically, we will have orientation classes online. Then once they come to the campus, we will have to have the rules as laid down by the state government.